What's going on, family? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of It's Time to Heal podcast. I'm Lamar Blizzard, and I first like to start by thanking you for joining me today, for including me in your day. I don't take that lightly, so thank you first and foremost. As a reminder, way to support, always like, subscribe to my channel. That way you stay up to date with all new videos and everything that I come up with. All right? So, again, welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and dive into this episode. I'm kind of excited about this episode. I think it's going to be an interesting topic, interesting conversation piece. Topic today is the lie of perfection. The lie of perfection. All right? Break that down and, what I mean, kind of society and the new age that we are in now. It's paints a interesting picture. But before I do that, I like to always define what we're dealing with. So, perfection is the condition or state or quality of being free or as free as possible from all flaws or defects. I want to read that again. Perfection is the condition, state, or quality of being free or as free as possible from all flaws or defects. Now, I want to point out something. Now, all I did to get this definition, I simply Googled perfection definition. That's it. Feel free to do it yourself. See if I'm lying or stretching the truth, but that's definition that came up. There may be other definitions elsewhere, but that's the first one that came up when I Googled it. So, within that, it states, as free as possible from all flaws or defects. I found that to be very interesting because I know, especially myself, it actually surprised me because I've always been taught perfection is free from flaws, right? Free from any defects. Perfect. Mwah, right? So now my question is, when did that portion come? Or was I never thought about that portion? It just never clicked to me. Maybe it was always there. I don't know. But the definition has it within it that it's as free as possible. So in other words, it's safe to assume that the idea of perfection being totally perfect, free from flaws, is an illusion. Because even it says as free as possible. So if it's as free as possible, that may not mean that it's totally perfect, because it's as possible. Take that in the stance of humans, just people in general, right? Can any of us be perfect? But can we be as free as possible? All right. So, the point is to celebrate the beauty of imperfection and remind yourself that it's okay to not be perfect, because perfect does not exist. It's as free as possible, right? Stay with me. As I stated, we live under this pressure to be perfect. Not all of us, but some of us, we'll find it a lot in our kids nowadays, but we live in a world that's obsessed with social media, right? And a timeline on social media will paint the perfect picture, right? It's endless beautiful people, beautiful women, beautiful men, beautiful people, just beautiful settings, beautiful surroundings, vacations, and just everything perfect. And you see that and you get, oh, I need to live that life, right? That's the picture that social media can paint. I'm not gonna say always. This is not a social media bashing contest by any means, but social media can paint that picture and have you measuring yourself up to that, right? Stay with me. The truth is, perfection is an illusion, and striving for it only leads to anxiety, stress, and disappointment. Think about it. How many people you know that's breaking their neck trying to keep up with an image and ultimately stressing themselves out because of it, right? How many people you know trying to keep up with the Joneses, or, paint a picture of perfection for everyone else to see and say when they look at them, and on the inside they're hurting trying to keep up that perception. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. The definition tells you itself, right? So, how do we get over this? How do we bring our kids up to realize that, hey, that's not real. That's, social media. That's, let's get back to reality, right? You got to learn to embrace. You got to learn to embrace your flaws and your vulnerabilities. Because at the end of the day, think of a world that everyone was just like you. You like that? I know I wouldn't like a world that everybody just like me, because I can get on my own nerves sometimes. Just being honest, I can get on my own nerves sometimes. So, I don't want everybody to act like me. That would be a boring world, lame world, right? So it's contrary to our popular belief. Our flaws and our vulnerabilities are what make us human and relatable to one another, right? I'll even go here to my sports fans. Even LeBron said this in a recent interview that he did. Shouts out LeBron. But even though some would paint him the greatest player of his generation, right? He said Steph Curry is the most influential. Of course, because of the three ball, but he also said because LeBron James is 6'8", 6'9", 260 pounds. That's rare. And fast, can jump out the gym. That's rare. But a 6'2" man, athletic, but not super athletic. He's not jumping out the gym and just dunking on everybody, but 6'2". I can do that. I can shoot like him. I can do that. So in the basketball world, what he's saying is, we know basketball, tall folks, giants, right? So him being 6'1", 6'2" would be considered a flaw in the basketball world. That didn't stop him. He embraced it, figured out what he could do well, and became one of the best basketball players at all time. Speaking of Steph Curry. Kind of see what I'm kind of getting at as far as, life, right? You may not do everything well. We may not be everything to everybody well or in the best sense all the time. But that's okay, right? That is what makes us human, right? Nobody is. So if we're holding everybody to that standard, I think we get along a little bit better as far as, hey, nobody's perfect. Nobody's any better than anybody. Yes, there's opportunities that come that some may have capitalized and some may not. There's many different reasons why we end up where we are in our life. But nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's any better. We're all humans trying to figure this thing out, right? So it's important that we learn to embrace that about ourselves and, move forward in our lives with that. Embracing our perfections and our vulnerabilities can actually strengthen our connections with others. Sharing our struggles and imperfections not only help us feel less alone, but also creates space and empathy for understanding. So that goes back to, everything I was just saying, right? Humans, we weren't made to be perfect, and that's okay. That's what makes us relatable to each other. That's what makes us, connect. Because what I may do well, somebody else may not. So now we get together and we become a powerful unit by working together, right? If everybody else in the world did everything that I did well, what are we accomplishing? We're only going to be able to do one thing well, right? So embrace what makes you different, right? Find out what makes you different. And know that it's okay. And if it's something that, you want to improve upon, that's fine. Make improvements, right? But with as many improvements as you're going to make, still won't be perfect. Can't please everybody in the world. So the key is, don't stress yourself out trying to. Win the battles that you can. Walk away from the ones that you can't. Right? Last part is finding joy in imperfection. How do we do that? Right? Perfectionism often robs us of joy and spontaneity. Don't quote me. As we're constantly striving for an unattainable standard. But when we let go of the need to be perfect, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and experiences. Goes back to what I preach. Open mind. Right? Have an open mind. Some of us can get tunnel vision. And in some instances, that can work out great. I'll use that same example. LeBron James talk about it all the time. He had tunnel vision on what he wanted to be and what he wanted to do with his life. Right? Bang, became one of the greatest. In that aspect, cool. Right? Again, that's special. Right? Everybody can't do that. So when we do that and focus on this one thing of just being perfect, presenting this perfect image, we have blinders on to everything that's going on in our life that could be good for us, could be beneficial to us, could be good people. But because we're tunnel vision on this view of perfection that we have developed in our eyes, or that social media tells us, get so tunnel vision and just overlook certain things, certain lessons. Then you end up repeating lessons and things of that nature because you're striving for this unattainable goal. You're stressing yourself out, running yourself crazy, and not actually enjoying life, not actually embracing the things that make life worth living, right? Again, we close off opportunities because this is the perfect job for me, even though my characteristics say I should be doing this, and this would be more happy, or I would be more happy, more fulfilled doing this. But this is the perfect job, and I spend my life chasing this, and maybe I get there, maybe I don't. But maybe I miss out on my family, maybe I miss out on life because I'm so stressed from working long hours and doing this, that, and the third, trying to get here, that I look and I don't even remember life. I don't even remember living, type deal. So again, just to bring it all home, bring it back, perfection is not real. It's just an illusion that was put in our head, or that we have put in our head. It has come from some source of what we have developed perfection to be in our society, or what it looks like. And we run ourselves rampant trying to get there. But the key, embracing those imperfections in you, embracing those imperfections, those flaws, those defects, right? Like I said, if you want to make them better, improve upon them, take the time, consciously improve upon them. But don't make the mistake of trying to chase perfection, right? We're human. We're made flawed, right? So develop, grow, push forward, but don't chase perfection. Perfection will only lead high blood pressure, stress, chasing that perfection will only lead to that. Now, it's the difference between chasing perfection and wanting to improve. Nothing is wrong at all with wanting to improve, wanting to be better, wanting to do better. But there's a fine line when it comes to chasing that and perfection, right? So just be mindful, right? Learn to balance reality with your expectations and goals, right? And again, embrace yourself, love yourself, right? Take care of yourself. You okay? It's okay. I'm okay. You're okay. We're okay. As long as we're living, we can get better. We can be better. And that's what it's about. Getting better. Not chasing perfection. That's all I got on the topic. All right. Feel free to give me feedback, any, outlooks, any variants of opinions. Feel free to shoot me, comment, email, anything, I love the feedback. I love to interact and get others' opinions. My eyes may open to a thought process that I haven't thought of. Because, again, me too. I'm always trying to get better. Getting better at this, getting better at my life coaching, my day job. Anything that I do, I try to make a conscious effort to get better. Again, not be perfect, because I'm not. I have my bad days where I make mistakes and things that happen. But the key is to stop the domino effect, or stop the snowball. Don't let the snowball keep getting bigger. Stop it. All right? So, again, thank you for allowing me into your world today. I greatly appreciate it. It's time to heal. Oh, shouts out, if y'all, it's time to heal merch. But I design t-shirts too. So yeah, shouts out to me. Getting my marketing right, getting my branding. Hopefully soon you'll see this logo all over the place. But again, thank you for joining me. Have a great day, night, whatever time you're listening to this. Be great. Go out into the world. It's time to heal. Love.